These common eye errors are why more than 60% of people need glasses or contacts to see clearly. I'll break down the top 3 refractive eye errors, what's really happening in your eyes if you have these, and how corrective glasses or contacts address those. First, you need to understand how your eyes are supposed to work. The cornea and the lens on the front of your eye take in light from something far away, like imagine this is a star, and focus that down onto a point on your retina, on the back of your eye. Your retina is where you have all of your light-sensitive cells, your rods and your cones, that convert that light energy into electrical signals that your brain can understand. But again, that is how something really far away, like a star, would be focused onto your eyes. Things closer up are focused a little bit differently. This image shows how an upside-down image of what you're looking at is formed on your retina. But that layout I was just showing, where we're focusing light down to a single point on the retina, is the easiest way to explain proper eye function and how the different common vision errors affect that. So I'll be using that setup for these illustrations. First up is nearsightedness or myopia. In this case, your eye is actually too strong. It's focusing the light sooner than it should. So instead of the point being right on your retina, it happens earlier in your eye, so that by the time that light reaches your retina, the light has spread out and things get a little blurrier. If you're nearsighted, you're better at looking at things up close, while things further away will be more blurry. On the other hand, farsightedness is basically the opposite of that. Farsightedness is also called hyperopia, and there, the light isn't being bent strongly enough, so that light would come to a point of focus outside of the eye, but in reality, it hits the retina before it comes to a point of focus. So again, those lines are more spread out and things become more blurry. So if you have farsightedness, you're better at seeing things farther away, while things up close get more blurry. And finally, astigmatism means that the cornea on the front of your eye is shaped differently in perpendicular directions. Because of that, in one direction, you may have perfect vision, while in the perpendicular direction, you may be nearsighted or farsighted, again, causing things to be blurry. And in this case, that blur is kind of stretched out asymmetrically because of the asymmetric shape of your eye. But how do glasses and contacts correct for those errors? So nearsightedness, again, means that your eye is focusing the light too soon. So the whole goal of glasses and contacts here is to move back that point of focus so it goes onto the retina where it's supposed to be. You can do that with a kind of lens different than what I've been showing so far. This lens spreads light out instead of bringing it to a point of focus, so that can help push back that point of focus. So if you have the nearsighted eye and you put negative lenses in front, this lens is actually way too powerful. It basically makes the line straight again. But if I had a weaker negative lens, it would just push back that point of focus, making things less blurry. If you look at your eye prescription and that first number is negative, that means that you have those lenses that spread light out and you have nearsightedness or myopia. But if you have farsightedness or hyperopia, again, your eye is focusing that light too late and you need to move up that point of focus back onto the retina. So for farsightedness, you use a positive lens, which is similar to the one I'm using to show how the eye works, and putting that in front moves up that point of focus. Again, this lens is too strong. It's moving the point of focus inside the eye. But if I had the proper power of this lens paired with the eye's errors, it would move that point of focus up right onto the retina where it should be. So if you have farsightedness, that means that that first number in your lens prescription will be positive. But that third and final eye error, astigmatism, is weird. Because your eye is bending light differently in those perpendicular directions, the lenses for astigmatism are curved differently in perpendicular directions. As I rotate this around, you may be able to tell that its curvature and the thickness of the lens changes in different directions. So if I rotated a lens for astigmatism in front of these lasers, you'll see that the angle light is being bent changes. That allows it to address the wonky errors of astigmatism and bring light to a nice clean point of focus no matter what direction it's coming in from. Contacts address these eye errors in the exact same way, But instead of these larger glass lenses, you have the smaller, usually flexible contacts right up against your eye. But again, they can either be those positive lenses moving up the point of focus if you're farsighted, negative lenses pushing back that point of focus if you're nearsighted, or having that asymmetrical shape if you have astigmatism. Laser eye surgery like LASIK can also address those errors by changing the shape of your cornea to move that point of focus, doing what glasses or contacts do without putting anything in front of your face. Visiting your eye doctor is the best way to see if you have any of these eye conditions or other things affecting your eyes, and to figure out the best way to treat them to help you seeing clearly. Please watch another video if you found these kinds of topics interesting. Thanks.